Port Charles has welcomed its fair share of mysterious strangers over the years, but no one could have predicted the latest arrival. Just when residents thought life had settled down after the city's most recent scandal, whispers began spreading about an enigmatic newcomer with a sharp wit, endless curiosity, and an uncanny ability to uncover secrets. Nobody knew his name. Nobody knew why he had come, but everyone agreed on one thing: he was asking far too many questions. The mysterious visitor checked in to the Metro Court under an alias, keeping a remarkably low profile while quietly observing everything happening around him. Staff members noticed he carried a notebook everywhere, constantly jotting down details that most people overlooked. A strange phone call, a suspicious meeting, a missing file, nothing escaped his attention. Before long, Carly Spencer began wondering why the newcomer seemed more interested in the history of Port Charles than in enjoying his stay. Meanwhile, Anna Devane's instincts told her something wasn't adding up. She had spent years tracking dangerous criminals and international spies, and she immediately recognized that this visitor was hiding something. Determined to learn the truth, Anna began her own quiet investigation. What she discovered surprised even her. The mysterious guest wasn't connected to a criminal organization. He wasn't working for a rival family. Instead, he was secretly researching a decades-old mystery involving several of Port Charles's most powerful residents. His goal wasn't revenge, it was the truth. As the days passed, his dry humor and quick intelligence unexpectedly won over many of the people he met. Even those who initially distrusted him found themselves laughing at his observations about the unusual events that seemed perfectly ordinary in Port Charles. "Does this town always have this many kidnappings?" he joked during one conversation. The room fell silent. Then everyone burst into laughter, because, strangely enough, he wasn't wrong. His unique perspective gave longtime residents a chance to see their hometown through fresh eyes. Still, danger was never far away. The more questions he asked, the more nervous certain people became. Someone clearly didn't want the past uncovered. One evening, while reviewing old newspaper archives at General Hospital, the visitor stumbled across a forgotten medical file connected to a decades-old incident. The document had been deliberately hidden, and its contents pointed toward a conspiracy that reached far beyond the hospital walls. Before he could share what he had found, the lights suddenly went out. Footsteps echoed through the empty corridor. Someone was following him. Escaping through a rear stairwell, he managed to avoid capture, but the message was clear: he had gotten too close. Anna, realizing the danger had escalated, offered to help him finish the investigation. Together, they followed a trail of clues that led to an abandoned warehouse on the Port Charles waterfront. Inside, they uncovered boxes of confidential records that had remained hidden for years. The evidence revealed a long-buried cover-up involving financial fraud, stolen identities, and a betrayal that had changed several lives. The discovery sent shockwaves throughout the city. Residents who believed the past was safely buried suddenly found themselves facing difficult questions. Families demanded answers. Old allies turned against one another. Longtime rivals found themselves united in searching for justice. Through it all, the mysterious visitor remained calm, using logic, humor, and persistence to help untangle the complicated web of deception. When the truth was finally exposed, Anna thanked him for refusing to give up. "You have a strange way of doing things," she admitted with a smile. He laughed. "So I've been told." With his mission complete, the visitor quietly prepared to leave Port Charles. Before departing, he gathered a few close friends for coffee at the Metro Court. There were laughs about the town's endless chaos, heartfelt goodbyes, and one final reminder that even the smallest unanswered question can lead to the biggest discoveries. As his car disappeared down the road, Port Charles slowly returned to normal. Well, as normal as Port Charles ever gets. The mystery had been solved, hidden truths had finally come to light, and everyone who crossed paths with the clever stranger walked away seeing their world a little differently. Whether he ever returns remains anyone's guess, but one thing is certain: if a witty investigator with a talent for exposing secrets ever wanders back into Port Charles, the residents had better prepare themselves, because in a town built on mysteries, one determined outsider can change everything.